So hello everybody, so welcome to my YouTube channel, that is Future with Finance. So in this video will not gonna be the usual normal video in which we discuss the some of the chart analysis of bitcoins or altcoins pair or any other passive income sources. Okay, so this video will be more kind of a generic, so that every new user if lands up in the video in our channel, so they can see this video and can get the idea what our channel, our community aims, what the vision of our channel is, and what they can find the value about in our channel. So first of all, my apology, like I didn't able to prepare very much for this presentation. So this video will be to brief the basic things which we are gonna focus in the upcoming videos, what the quantity what the content is gonna deliverable, and what the values which you can get through our upcoming videos. So this video will gonna exceeding up to 45 to 1 hour, so make sure to watch till the end, or if not necessary you can break this video into chunks and watch in different sections at different time. Okay, so yeah, so let's begin. So the main agenda of the video is, first of all, I would like to discuss the mindsets of the trading in the sense whether it will be your stock market, shares, long-term trading, or the cryptocurrencies. The second point will be the basics of trading, like what is needed to be a successful trader, what to be uh, we should focus on our skills, what kind of skills we should acquire before switching our focus to making profits. Okay, so there is much more thing we should learn, and we should focus on before directly jumping into the profits or seeing the profits in your trading. Okay, so this will be the second point which we are going to discuss in this video shortly. The third agenda of this video is we will see some of the basic chart patterns like symmetrical triangle pattern, rising wedge pattern, falling wedge pattern, etc. And the fourth thing which we are gonna see is some of the alternative passive income sources that we can uh, generate throughout our lifetime, so that we don't have to dependent on our 9 to 5 jobs to able to for our stable income source. Okay, so through these passive income sources you can generate the steady income, so that you can get rid of this 9 to 5 jobs. Okay, so this will not be the dive deep video about each of these sections, but you will get the overview. Okay, so in our in coming future we will be uploading the series of playlists of all these kinds of content which we are gonna discuss briefly in this video, so please make sure to watch the video till the end. Okay, so coming to the first point, that is mindset of trading before actual trading. So what this actually means is, suppose you are planning to get started with the trading. Okay, so to get started with the trading, your step number one should be, suppose if I ask 100 people like for what they are coming into trading, so out of 100 almost 90 to 95% of people will answer, do answer actually, like they want to make huge profits. Okay, so they want to get rich very soon. So the first thing which you should first of all make sure and make yourself believe that trading is not about get rich quickly. Any of these things is not about get rich quickly. You need to have patience. You need to follow the slow gratification, so that you don't have a high expectations out of the work which you do. Okay, so the first point is mindset of trading. So before directly jumping onto the profits which you can make, which you can come up with your each and every trade, the most important thing before the actual trading is to prepare your mind about the trading, or the for what you want to do the trade. What are the things that you want to achieve by doing trading? Does it give you the more free time, or does it give you the freedom to work from any place, freedom to work at any time. Okay, so there is no doubt that there is a huge amount of money, huge money from the trading. So but the main thing is you should not focus directly onto the profits. Okay, so profit is the byproduct of what you will do, what I'm going to share with you in the upcoming videos. Okay, so through this video I'm just gonna tell you that do the trading, but not just to make the profits, but to uh, make yourself, like, if you, for what is the main target for which you are entering into trading. Okay, so for example, if I talk about myself, so when I started trading, it is almost 2 to 3 years past. So when I entered into the field of trading, so my mindset was also the same, like I want to get a huge profit, get rich quickly, but that was not the thing which happened to me. Okay, so that doesn't happen to any people. Okay, so when I entered into the trading, right, so by in this initial starting months or a couple of weeks, I made a huge amount of losses, like my portfolio went to zero a couple of times. After that I got to know, like, if I want to become a trader, I want to first prepare my mindset, like what actually it wants, what actually it needs to become a trader. Okay, so suppose if I enter into the trade, if I see 2000 3000 bucks of profit, I quickly just exit my trade. But if I see the loss of 10,000 20,000, I still hold on to the trade in the hope of getting or converted it into the profits very soon. So that kind of learning comes after when you make some mistakes. So after a couple of months, I realized that I should not run behind the profit, behind to get the profits, but to actually find the trader beneath, inside me. Okay, I was doing trading because I love trading. Trading is not about only about money, but it is also about the passion, the curiosity to understand the market, the understand the people in bulk, because trading is just the people behind the screens. Okay, so if someone is losing money, at the other end someone else is making profits. Okay, so it's a one to one. Okay, if you don't sell, there is no one to buy. If there is no one to buy, you can't sell. Okay, so that was all about the mindset. So before doing actual trading, you should first prepare your mindset, like for what you are entering into trade. Are you the real trader, or do you have any passion regarding the trading, or to study the markets, or what is the thing, like what is the aim that you are targeting to get into the trading? Is it like you want to get rid of your normal 9 to 5 job, or you want to spend more time with your family? So that should be the real reason or motive to get into the trading, but not the profits. Profit is absolutely the byproduct, but it should not be your main goal. Okay, so that was all about the mindsets of the trading before actual trading. So our second agenda of this video is the basics of trading. So as you all know, so even if you are a beginner, so basics of trading, what I mean by this is, suppose if I um and suppose if I am looking at a particular chart. Okay, suppose the Tesla stocks, if I'm looking at the stocks of the Tesla, or consider this example. Okay, so this is the chart of Bitcoin. So I'm looking at, so now what I can find is this price is currently the chart is currently moving in a downtrend. If I convert it into maybe 15 minutes of chart, I can see that the market is gonna go upside. But if I convert it into 30 minutes chart, it is still going into upside direction. If I move it to 4 hour chart, I can see that it is going in a downward direction, continuously lower lows, and I can expect that if we don't cross this level, we will again see some lower low. Okay, so there are different perspectives to see the chart. So what I mean by the basics of trading is, first you should learn the technical analysis. Okay, there are two kinds of people that I have came across throughout my trading journey. Number one. So these these kind of people that belongs to number one category is they look for some third party, such as some online social media groups where they get into some agents that provide them the calls, like purchase this stock when it is about this much of amount and sell it when this comes across this much of amount. So this is the so these kind of people are just to get rich kind of scheme. Okay, so they didn't came into the trading just to out of the curiosity or passion. So these kind of people, I what I actually noticed was to get rich quickly kind of scheme. They're looking for these kind of schemes. And the number two, which I so for number category number two is like people come into the trading with the motive to make money, not as a like their main goal, but to make themselves free from their usual 9 to 5 jobs that are more time constrained, that are very freedom constrained, like they don't get enough time to spend with their family. They have some different motives to get into the trading, but not the main motive as a money. Okay, so these kind of people come into the trading when and only they have acquired some set of tools. Okay, so for example, suppose there is a war and you have to go to fight the war on behalf of your country. Okay, so what you will do is you never or you won't go with your bare hands, right? So you first collect the knowledge about the war, what is the intensity of the war. Based on that you try to collect the weapons. Okay, so after having a proper weapon so that you can defend yourself and win the war, so after that only you enter into the war, right? So this trade, this share market or this cryptocurrency market is also kind of war. Okay, and your weapons is these kind of skills, like how to do technical analysis, what this pattern means, when the market is gonna collapse or when the market is gonna boom. So you need to follow some fundamental analysis too along with the technical analysis. So these are some sort of weapons which you need to collect before entering into the war. Okay, so this comes under the basics of trading. So in my upcoming videos I will most probably will create one playlist that will be containing all the basics of trading, and it will be very beginner friendly. So and also every level of trader, whether it is a beginner or a pro level of trader, they can find some sort of meaningful thing from my videos. Okay, so don't worry, it will be a very beginner as well as advanced expert level trader friendly. Okay, so this comes under the basics of trading. So once you will acquire the proper set of skill sets, then you will be free to experiment different kind of strategies. Okay, so one more thing I would like to mention here is there are different sorts of strategies which different traders use. And suppose for example trader A uses 5 EMS strategy, which I have already made the video that you can watch it. I will put it in the I button. Okay, so yeah, so this is the one kind of strategy that trader use, that is 5 EMS strategy. Suppose trader B use the RSI indicator very much to make his or her profits. Okay, so it is not necessary that you would also make same amount of profits by using 5 EMS strategy or RSI indicator. So that depends on your mindset, your habituality of getting into trade, your comfort level of using each and every indicator. So it may not be necessary like trader B, which was making profit using RSIs, can also be that much same level of comfort with 5 EMS strategy to make the profit, or the trader A, which makes profit with 5 EMS strategy, will be comfortable to make profits with RSI techniques. Okay, so that depends from trader to trader. So whatever strategy I will share in my upcoming videos, that may not be necessarily each and every strategy will give you a huge profit, but yes, you have to experiment each and every strategy minimum of 10 to 15 days continuously, so that you can calculate like in how many trades you can make profit, in how many trades you made loss, and collectively if it was a profitable 10 to 15 days or your 10 to 15 days was overall in loss. Okay, so by this research and retrying kind of technique, you will learn the trading. Okay, so by the meantime you will be acquired all the skill sets using my strategies so that you can apply in your trade. Okay, so this was about the basics of trading. Apart from this, the basics, the third agenda of this video is to basics of chart patterns with 3 examples. Okay, so I have considered just the 3 example so that this video don't exceed much. So we will discuss each and every pattern in depth. I will show you the example from Google Images as well so that you can be more like you will understand from the logic perspective like how this pattern works and what are the things we should notice while we study any chart, especially this pattern charts. Okay, so there are several kinds of chart patterns which you will notice. Okay, so it's not necessary that always you will be noticing the chart patterns. Some in most of the time you will notice the price actions, and this strategy will, again, I will post separate videos on this so that you can learn in depth for all these strategies. Okay, yeah, coming back to this, so there are several kinds of chart patterns which you may come across via your during your trading journey. So for example, this symmetrical triangle pattern, so let me consider this for now. Okay, so let us move directly to images so that I don't need to draw it the weird diagram by hand. Okay, yeah, let us take this example. So this is called the symmetrical triangle pattern. So this triangle here, so let me draw here very quickly. Okay, so this one and also this one. Okay, perfect. And also let me draw this one quickly. So this is the symmetrical triangle pattern. Okay, so this wedge is approximately equal angle with this wedge. Okay, so as we can see here, like this price action is again and again respecting the upper level as well as the lower level. Okay, so this means suppose there were some amount of sellers, so the power of seller got consumed up to this level. After that the buyers again came into picture and took the price up to this level again. After that again seller came into picture and they made the price fall up to this level. After that again buyers came and took the price up to this level. So in this way some amount of sellers are getting consumed as and when the price is coming in downward. In the similar fashion, some amount of buyers are getting consumed, so some amount of buyers entered into here and they are already into the trade. Okay, some amount of buyers came into this, entered into this price at this time, and they are entering into the trade. Okay, so suppose 50 buyers entered here, 20 buyers entered here, so total 70 buyers are in the trade. And suppose 50 sellers entered here, 20 sellers entered here, so 70 sellers are into the trade. Now as we can see that price is continuously getting consolidated, and as and when it will reach this point. Okay, and yeah, as soon as it will reach this point, and either if we see that price is getting lower than this level or price is getting above this line, upper level, so we will be sure that buyers or sellers have dominated to either of one of the directions. If price crossed this line, so that means the power of seller is greater than the power of buyers. So the chances are very high that the buyers which entered at this point and at this point, they must have put the stop loss at some this level. Okay, so as and when the candle closes this level, okay, so let us assume their stop losses was here. So as and when the price reaches at this level, we will notice that the buyers which were entered here, they will become as a seller because their stop loss will get hit and all the buyers will get converted into seller, and as the fresh sellers already entered into the trade, so we will see the great price momentum in the downward direction from this point. Okay, so then we will come about whatever will be the next support level. So this is the short and crisp logic behind the symmetrical triangle pattern. Suppose now we okay, so that was all. So our next pattern is rising wedge pattern. So let's quickly move to the rising wedge. Okay, so in this rising wedge pattern, okay, let me quickly go into this. So here also we will see that some amount of sellers entered here, they took the price up to this level, then buyers came into picture, they took the price into this level, then we saw that another fresh sellers came into this picture, again buyer, again seller, again buyer, sorry, again seller. Okay, so this price was getting consolidated here and here, and we can see that the fresh buyers are not able to take the price action much and above each and like previous highs. Okay, so there is a very small difference. So as and when we will see this level, this trend line, to the first candle which breaks this trend line after 2 to 3 bounces. So this is the first bounce, this is the second bounce, this is the third bounce. It is not actually a bounce, it is the consolidation phase. So as and when we see the first candle after 2 bounces breaking either this line or this line, so we will see the very fast and drastic momentum in either of the direction. So in this case we saw the triangle broke lower line, so the chances have increased that the fresh amount of sellers have fresh sellers have entered into the trade, and the stop losses of the buyers have been hit, so the price broke down and downtrend resumes. Okay, so this was about the rising wedge, and similarly for falling wedge also we can see this kind of pattern. Okay, so once this level got broke, we have seen this sharp upside move over here. Okay, so let me show you one more pattern which that will be very helpful to you. So suppose we have this line and we have this line. Okay, and suppose that market candles are consolidating in this fashion. Okay, so one time, two times it bounces, third time, fourth time. So what do you think, like what will be the next, whether it will be breaking into upside direction or it will break into downward direction? So I'm giving you just 5 seconds to pause this video and just to comment down your answer, whatever you feel like, whether it will be going to upward or downward. So just comment out up or down, whatever you feel, with the timestamp of this video. Okay, cool. So if you have okay, so first let me give you the logics, and so then we will see where it will get break. Okay, so suppose X amount of buyers entered here, again some amount of buyers entered here, again some amount of buyers entered here, and again some amount of buyers entered here. So as you can see, this is the constant upper level. Okay, some buyers entered here and they took the price up to the level of 20,996. Again seller made the price fall down in this, again buyer entered and made the fall made the price again back to 20,996, again this much. So as you can see, what you can see, like the buyers are continuously taking the price in the upward direction. Like the first buyers allowed the price to come up to this level, at the second time buyers didn't allow price to go beneath this level, at the third time buyers didn't allow price to go below this level, at the fourth time buyers are not allowing price to go below this level. So what will happen is, till the time we will see this consolidation, we will notice that some amount of sellers entered here, then here, then here. So at this point there will be very less number of sellers, because most of the sellers got consumed via these buyers. Okay, so these buyers consumed these sellers, and we are continuously seeing the higher lows. Okay, so chances are very high that this trend will break in the upside direction, and our target will be more or less equal to let me quickly plot this. Okay, so price range, so our target will be equal to the height of this side of the triangle. Okay, so this will be our target. So as and when the candle breaks this level, so anytime soon we will see the uptrend like this, and this will be our target. So this was all about the uh, rising triangle pattern, and similarly let me show you quickly about the falling triangle as well. Okay, so let me quickly erase. Okay, so this is the lower side of the triangle, this is the wedge. Now suppose we see the consolidation in this manner now. So can you guess like where this pattern will gonna come based on the previous logic? So you can comment down the your answers, like whether it will be breaking in upside or downside direction along with the timestamp. Okay, or simply comment up or down, that will be fine. So let me give you the logic here once again so that you can be very clear with what we are discussing. So suppose we see these kind of consolidation. Okay, so this is the point where buyer comes into picture, this one is the point where buyer comes into picture, this one is the point where buyers comes into picture. So these buyers got absorbed by these sellers, these buyers got absorbed by these sellers, these buyers got absorbed by these sellers. So as and when we see the consolidation, right, so we can notice that the price is not able to cross the previous high. Okay, so this high is lower than this high, and this high is lower than this high. So as and when consolidation is moving in the in more constrained area. Okay, so this is the constrained area, so we can see that the sellers are dominating over the buyers, since buyers are getting absorbed by sellers. Okay, so at this point of time we will notice that the volume of buyers will be very less, as they already got absorbed by these sellers and price is continuously moving in the downward direction. Okay, so we will see at this point the dominance of sellers will be huge as compared to buyers. So as a result, the price will gonna break these the lower side of this triangle, and we will see the huge downside move. Okay, and our target will be same as the length of this side, so this will be our target. Okay, so this gonna be our target. So this was about the falling triangle pattern, and so based on these kind of patterns you can easily make decent amount of profits on a daily basis, but you need to be very much alert like where these patterns come, like not exactly these kind of patterns appear like somewhat by seeing these chart pattern. It is very obvious, like it is not very obvious if it is a triangle pattern or what. So if you have to make some kind of analogy in your mind and see that if it comes under some kind of pattern. So now only I saw this, like it is a symmetrical triangle pattern, and whenever we will break, if in either part, we will see either upside move or downside move. So the in symmetrical triangle possibility is like we can see 50% times it breaks in upward direction and 50% times it breaks in the downward direction. Okay, so our target will also be in similar fashion. If it breaks in upward direction, our target will be 21,545, and if it breaks in the lower side direction, our target will be 19,325 or $26. Okay, so likewise these triangle patterns are very easy to identify. Almost all patterns are easy to identify, but you need to have some analogy and the past trading experience. Okay, so this was all about the triangle patterns. Okay, so that comes, here comes we at the end of the third part. So friends, along with showing some of the strategies related to the chart pattern, here I would like to briefly quickly share with you my some of the other strategies like the RSI indicators and the 5 EMS strategy as well. So as I have already made the video, so if you haven't watched that video, you can go there as well, but in short and crisp way, you can stay here as well. So let's start with the RSI indicator. So this is the RSI indicator. The full form of RSI is relative strength index. So this indicator basically shows the strength or the amount or the number of people versus the price action. Okay, so what I mean to say is, if the RSI is above 70, that means at this point, any point above 70 range, at this portion, the market tells us, this indicator tells us that the market is in overbought range. Overbought range is the sellers has been exhausted, and the reversal may come soon in the downward direction. And if the RSI indicator's value is below 30, so we make sure that that market tells that it is in oversold range, and soon the market is gonna reverse in the upward direction. So what I mean to say is, let me show you with the quick example. So as we can see here, this at this point the RSI is approx 77, and at this point the RSI is about 80. Okay, so from at this point, since RSI is well and beyond above 70, so we are confirmed like the market is soon, anytime soon, gonna reverse. Okay, so from here we have seen a sharp upside, sorry, downside move till the point this much. Okay, so as far as the RSI is above 70, it is in overbought range, and as far as it is in below 30, it's in oversold range. Okay, and as far in between, if you find RSI to be ranging in between this shaded pink region, that means the market is in sideways move. Okay, so it's better not to take a trade when the market is over sideways move. Always initiate a trade whenever the RSI value is above 70 or below 30. Okay, so 70 and 30 are my favorite points. Like most of the traders, big smart traders, use these threshold values to consider the market to be at overbought or oversold range. Okay, so let me show again another example. Yeah, so here as you can see that market again entered in the overbought range. So this is the overbought range, and from here we can expect a soon reversal. But yeah, it was a small reversal, but again it was almost entering into the overbought range. But since there was not enough volume over here, as you can see the volume is very less as compared to this and this candle, so we can see that the volumes is not there and RSI is still approaching 70. So we can still be sure that market, we will gonna see the market in the downward direction anytime soon. Okay, so then the market gave us the very great downward rally. And yeah, so this is again the another example. So RSI, as soon as RSI entered above 70, that is overbought range, sellers came into the picture and dominated over the buyers. Okay, so there we can see the sharp downside move. So it was approximately 20,388 to 18,400. Okay, it was almost 1,500 to $2,000 rally in the downward direction. And here we have seen it, the market to be in the sideways direction, since RSI is ranging in between 70 and 30. So this was a quick note on the RSI technique, like how to use the RSI. So for the more detailed video, you can refer to my separate video which I have already uploaded, like how we can trade and make profits, huge profits, using RSI indicator. So you can go through that video. Now let's move to the 5 EMS strategy. So what 5 EMS strategy tells us, like okay, for 5 EMS strategy, I just plotted the 5 EMA indicator. Okay, exponential moving average. So what the 5 EMA strategy tells us, like, identify those candles that are not at all touching the 5 EMA line, like this candle. So this candle is not at all touching the 5 EMA. right? So as soon as we identify the first candle, we need to go and identify another candle which is just about to cross the first candle. Okay, so this is the first candle which we identified that is not touching the 5 EMA, and this is the second candle, and it doesn't matter if it touches this 5 EMA or not, it just needs to cross our first candle low. Okay, so as soon as we cross the first candle low, we will take the trade. Okay, so we will enter the trade at this point and we will exit the trade anytime when we cross the uh, cross the 5 EMA, or our risk to reward ratio is minimum of 1 is to 3. Okay, another example, let me quickly search for you for the 5 EMA. Okay, yeah, so in this case also, this is the first candle which we saw. uh, okay, that, so this candle is not touching the 5 EMA anywhere, and this is the second candle which is not touching, but this candle does not crosses this candle anywhere. Okay, so we shift our first candle to this candle. So now this will be our first candle, and we will find the second candle that will cross the low of this candle. Okay, so this is the low and this red candle crosses. As soon as this crosses the low of this candle, we will take the trade. Take the trade. Okay, so our risk to reward ratio will be minimum 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 3, based on the risk you can take in a single trade. So this is our risk, and our reward is almost 1 is to 6 or 7. Okay, let me quickly share the risk to reward as well. uh, Risks to reward, where is it? Okay, let me okay, so this is our risk of 245 points, and our reward is, okay, so our risk is 1.2% and our reward is 6.3%, so it's approx 5 times. So 1 is to 5 is our risk to reward ratio in this trade. Another trade is this one. This is our first candle that is not touching the 5 EMA, and this is the candle which crosses the high of this candle, so we take a trade in the long position. Okay, so our risk to reward in this ratio is, and our stop loss, yeah, our stop loss will be the high of the first candle. Okay, so this is the high of the first candle, means here we need to take the stop loss as high of this first candle, and in this case, in long side position, it will be the low of the first candle, so this will be our low. Okay, so 2% is our risk, and let me quickly plot the reward as well. So to 4.87, so it's approx 2 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio. So this was one more scenario, and clearly you can see some other scenario as well. There will be couple of situations where the stop loss will be hit, so this is the sum of the situations. So this candle will make entry. As soon as this candle cross this level, we will enter the trade, and in the in the next candle itself, our stop loss will get hit. So here we will hit the stop loss. So out of 10 trades, you will maximum of 5 to 6 times your stop loss will be hit. But since our rule of thumb is, we will take a trade and make the profit unless and until we will get minimum of 1 is to 3 risk to reward. So even if you take a 4 trade and make loss in 3 of them and make a profit in one of them, so then also overall it will be profitable trade. Okay, so out of 10, even though if you make loss 6 times out, and you will recover all the losses that you made in 6 times by trading 4 profitable trades out of 10. Okay, so this is the best part of this strategy. So the more detailed video is already uploaded, so you can go through that. I will link those videos in my description as well, so you can go directly to that video and know the detailed step-by-step process, so that you can easily understand these two strategies. Okay, so yeah, that's it for these two strategies. So coming to the fourth part. Okay, so passive income sources. So before starting this fourth part, I would like to first ask, like, if you are uh, aware of what passive income is. So before making these kind of discussions with you guys, I would like to first make it very clear that passive income does not mean get rich quickly without doing work. Okay, at some point of time, to make your passive income to start generate the income without your work, it requires you to work, okay, and make that thing to work in an automated fashion. Okay, so passive income does not mean that you don't need to work ever. Okay, and it is not some kind of automation process. So there is some kind of automation, but before automation your manual effort is required, whatever the case is, whether it's Amazon drop shipping, whether it is YouTube automation, whether it is publishing your ebook, or purchasing or publishing any courses on Udemy or any other online websites. Okay, so passive income does require your initial efforts. So after some times you can scale it and make that thing work on an automated basis. So the passive income are usually that income source on which you don't depend entirely, but you try to make small amount or decent amount of money so that you can support your main income source via these passive incomes. Okay, so there are a lot many YouTube channels which you can see nowadays, like which a huge number of subscribers or huge number of audience. Okay, so in each of those channels they are passive income sources, but they have made these channels so big that they may be earning more money via these passive income sources as compared to as they are making via their main income. Okay, so you can scale these passive income sources up to that extent so that you can totally rely on these kind of sources, but not totally into it. So we will gonna discuss some 2 to 3 examples of passive income sources which you can implement and easily make money online. Okay, so once you start making money online, you can duplicate these, you can repeat these process again and again to create multiple passive incomes and finally get rid of your so-called 9 to 5 jobs. Okay, so let me quickly discuss what we'll discuss YouTube automation at the end. Let's first discuss these Instagram theme pages, Amazon drop shipping, investments, etc. Okay, so starting with Instagram theme pages. So Instagram theme pages, suppose currently most of the people which we find on the social media are there are around 2.3 million active users of Instagram every day. Okay, 2.3 million, right? So out of 2.3 million, how many people are you think like they use Instagram for? So out of 2.3 million, I can assure you that 2 million people use these Instagrams just for in their leisure time, just to scroll. Okay, so as you can see, this is one kind of the theme page. So this is very famous, like as it has 9.4 million followers and just they're following 46 people. So it's kind of some fun or facts kind of theme page in which they shows the latest facts or the major event which has happened in the current day. So as we can see that in a single day they most multiple posts, approx 20 to 30 posts they do post in a single day. So as you can see that if you don't know how they actually make money out of these kind of pages, so they actually advertise like print money. What they have mentioned here is for business queries. Suppose if I have my own business and I want to advertise it, so I can reach out to these via these business query and I can mail to them, like I need to make some kind of promo on your Instagram page so that my advertisement can reach uh, the 9.4 million followers or approximately nearing to that number of followers, so that my business can grow in a very short duration of time. So I can pay a small chunks of money to these to the owners or the community of this page so that my advertisements can be run. So likewise they do a couple of brand sponsorships or brand sponsorships or many kind of collaborations which they do on the basis of the payment which they get from the brands, right? So Instagram theme pages is some kind of digital online business which you can start. So there are several kind of theme pages like this one which I have shown. So if you type Elon Musk, you will get thousands of pages into this. So Elon Musk official, even though it's not official since it's not got a blue tick, this is one kind of theme page. I'm sure yeah, so it again has a very huge audience like 61k followers. So again it's a fan page, so they do some kind of advertisements in between in order to promote some other brands. So they receive a huge amount of money from the brand ambassadors, not brand ambassador exactly, from the brands itself, to get their brands get advertised in their channel. Okay, so as we can see that for 61k followers they get some amount of money. If your channel is with like RVCJ, which the previous channel it has got 9.4 million followers, so they will get per post or per post of endorsement or advertisement more payments. Okay, so that depends on the number of followers which your page has. So based on that the dealers or the deal comes or the collaboration takes place. So it's one kind of like digital asset which you can build. So you can build the multiple pages. Okay, so like this one page, so you can do different kind of niches, like if you make some technology related Instagram page. So most of the technology brands like Apple's iPhone, Samsung, Boat, and many other trending technology brands will come to you, or you can reach out to them. So you can ask for them like if they want to do some kind of advertisements in your page. So you will be getting paid per post. So based on your number of followers or the audience which has the potential, your account has the potential to reach to the audience. Okay, so this is one kind of passive income stream which you can build up very quickly. Not very quickly, but yeah, definitely it's a very good investment strategy. Okay, so the second thing is Amazon dropshipping. So it's a very vast topic, so let me briefly give you the idea like what Amazon dropshipping is. Suppose you have heard of Alibaba stores, okay, and you want to open your own store in the Amazon. So what you can do is you can purchase suppose 10 notebooks. You are planning to sell the notebooks in Amazon stores. Okay, so you purchase the notebooks from Alibaba store in cheap prices. You can resell them in Amazon stores by doubling those price. Okay, based on the market standards in your place. So likewise you can do the likewise you can make huge amount of money by just flipping the products from one social media, like from one online store to the second one. So that's called Amazon dropshipping. So we'll see the more detailed video. If you'll comment out in the comment section, I will make the videos series for how to do the Amazon dropshipping step by step. Okay, so this was the second idea, and my third idea is like investments. Okay, so investment is again a vast topic. So for investments you should first prepare yourself based on the points which we have discussed in the number one and number two. You have to get yourself equipped with the tools and skill sets before entering into the trades, before entering into the investments. Okay, so there are tons and tons of number of stocks and companies which you can put money into, but you need to make sure like the money which you are putting into the companies are evergreen and they are not gonna collapse in some couple of years in near future. Okay, so that company, so for that thing you need to first learn how to do the fundamental analysis. What are the points which we should consider to while doing the fundamental analysis? Apart from the fundamental, so investments can be of two to three types, like short-term investments, long-term investments. Okay, so short-term investment is generally referred to as a to a person who does investments and took out all the money from the market within 6 to 7 months. So that the term which we use for such kind of traders is called the positional trading. So we do positional trading for just a duration of 6 to 7 months. Apart from that, we know who are the long-term traders. So long-term traders are generally the kind of investments which they do and don't expect to have profits, or don't have any intention to withdraw their money out of the market for the next 10 to 15 years. So SIP is the very cool and famous technique or strategy which generally large investors apply. So as you can, if you are a trader or loves the trader fond of journey, you might be aware of the Warren Buffett's journey, like how he survived 3 or 4 recessions. Okay, so even after surviving 3 or 4 recessions, he continuously made up his investments on a regular basis in the form of SIPs. Okay, so whether market is in high range or low range or in mid of some range, so he don't think much about before putting into money. So he fixed some amount of date of every month, like he's gonna put some money. For example, he decides to put his money every month, every first of every month. So he doesn't care like if the market is in recession or whether it's in a profitable range. So he just puts the money, and averaging does rest of the magic. Okay, so likewise, Warren Buffett famous quote is, don't just wait for the right time, just make the time right. Okay, so for the long term investors, SIP is the most favorable and common technique which you can apply. So if you want to know like in detail how what is SIP, how we usually do SIP, so we usually, so generally people hire the full time financial assistant. Okay, so those people will have your money and will put into the markets and regularly regulating that from one shares to other, so that you can maximize your profit in the coming years. Okay, so that is one of the easy techniques. So you just need to give the money to your finance agent or finance person, and he has the responsibility, and he will be responsible to put all your money to the market, do all the research for before putting the money, and do all the fundamental technical all sorts of analysis. Okay, so you will be free from doing all such steps. So if you want this to get automated and want more detailed video how we usually do SIP and other forms of investments, please do comment in the comment section of this video, so I'll surely make a separate playlist for this as well. Okay, so that was all about the investments. Now let us come to the YouTube automation. So yep, YouTube automation is not very much what I can say is not very much famous. Okay, so as most of the people are saying, like it is very difficult to make money out of YouTube, as you need to cross certain thresholds in order to be eligible to be a part of a YouTube's partner program and start earning money. And that too, it's not sure or guaranteed like if you will be in this race for a long term basis, or it will be just a 1 or 2 months game. Okay, so YouTube automation is one of its own kind of journey. So if you learn the right technique, if you are mentored under the right people, if you got the equation how YouTube automation or YouTube works, so that is the easiest. Okay, so I can guarantee you that out of all these, okay, whatever the points which we discussed in other passive income streams, YouTube automation is the most easiest form of investment and return of investment process to make money online. Okay, so YouTube automation consists of 5 to 6 basic steps that combines and make up one of the equation, so that equation can be repeatedly applied to build up your channel. Not only one, you can scale it up to 10, 15, or any number of channels that you want. Okay, so then each and every channel can make you money online make you money while you're sleeping, and make your money even if you don't have to create videos with your hands itself. Okay, so you can completely automate this process and can generate a huge amount of money out of the YouTube every month. Okay, so YouTube automation is its own kind of business, online business, which anybody can start, even though if he has no knowledge. But in order to make all the things correct and make up that equation to work, you need to have proper knowledge about how YouTube automation works, what are the things and key components that we should look into. Okay, so if you'd like, I will make the separate playlist for YouTube automation as well. So please comment down in the comment section like YouTube automation, so that I can count on the number of people, and if there are like a decent number of comments of YouTube automation if I get, then that will be worth to make the whole and soul dedicated series of the YouTube automation tutorial. Okay, so that was all about the passive income sources. And apart from this, in my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, that will be more beneficial to you to get the regular updates about the new strategies that you can apply, so to create more passive income streams. So let me quickly update my list. So this list will, I'll put it in the description of this video, so that you can refer like what this video, or the newcomers will come and they will refer that what will they will get under this video. Okay, so new and updated strategies of for building new passive income streams in near future. Okay, so along with all these things, okay, if there will be decent amount of comments and the people which I'll get to know like interested, that those are serious to make these kind of efforts into these kind of to build these kind of passive income streams, so I will be more than happy to provide with them the series of tutorials that will guide them to step by step to build each of these things. And I'll also post some of the bonus videos, so that each and every one of you can first go through all these things as an overview. And if you have any doubts, you can go to the series and watch each and every steps mentioned and follow with the videos. Okay, so yeah, so in the coming videos, that will be basically a series for all these things. So one series will be for YouTube automation kind of thing, second will be of Instagram theme pages, how to make money online via Amazon dropshipping, what Amazon dropshipping is, what is, and how, what's and hows of investment, or the kind of investment, the step-by-step procedures to investment, best techniques to do investments. Okay, along with that, I'll post some of the videos regarding the trading tutorials as well. So I'll cover the basics of trading, what to do in trading, what not to do especially. Okay, so we should be aware more about what we should not do rather than what to do. Okay, so what nots also I will post, so that people should be aware like whether if they are in the right track or not. Okay, so this is one of the key aspect which I came into. So I'll put best way to make money and mistakes to avoid in these steps. Okay, so what to do and what not to do. So that was all about what my channel is gonna cover. And along with this, if there will be any success stories, you can I will be more than happy to post with you, so that you can get the constant motivation about how the things actually work. Okay, so yeah, that was all about this video, and I know this is not the general video which we usually post about the bitcoins and altcoins and chart analysis, but yeah, this was all the overview that I really wanted to make this video and to pass on to my audience, like what my channel is all about, this future with finance. So these three words are very deep into my soul, so that I want to share my knowledge with all the people, as more number of people will come into our community, and as you know, strength lies in unity. So that's why I believe in this quote. So I wanted to share all my knowledge which I have acquired in my career, not only related to building passive incomes or financial related thing, but also the mindset which we should proceed in our life in order to succeed in a best and possible way and in the earliest way. Okay, so because it is not because what I believe is, it is, if you do the 9 to 5 job and retire at the age of 60s or 50s something, then you have no time to enjoy the money which you have earned throughout these years. So what I believe is, retire early, enjoy your life for rest of the lifetime. Okay, so what my aim is to get the people acquire those kind of skills which will allow them to do early retirement if they want, maximum probably at the age of 30s, or if you are at the age of 30, by the next 2 years or maybe 1 year you will retire it. Okay, so even if you are like some college grads, or like the married person, then also if you follow my channel and go through step-by-step tutorials videos, going through all the videos in the series, I'm 200% sure that you're gonna succeed and achieve the early retirement. Okay, so this is one of the best thing which I am gonna deliver via my channel. Okay, so YouTube, I found one of the greatest platform over here, so so as to reach the larger audience. Okay, so I didn't find any other channels like Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. Okay, so those channels are really good for short form of content, like posting pictures, reels, short videos. But what I found the great and goodness about the YouTube is, I can post as long as video, as lengthy as video as I want it to be, and there is no restrictions any kind of that YouTube imposes. So that's why I chose YouTube as a platform to publish my knowledge, to share my knowledge with you guys, so that you can get my knowledge, get my experience, get my proficiency in what I did in the past years through my videos. And yeah, that's all for it. So yeah, hope to see you in my next videos, and yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so as to get all the regular updates in my coming videos. Okay, so my videos will be start getting consistently uploaded in from next couple of days or maybe couple of week. So yeah, stay tuned and all the best for your future. That's all. Thank you.